Well, Monday Night Raw sucks as always. Jesus Christ, man. God's sakes. The only highlight of this show was Naomi. That's really all I gotta say. Seriously. Oh, how can anyone enjoy this show, man? How can anyone enjoy this crap that I am seeing right now? Seriously, this women's division on Monday Night Raw, it needs serious help. It seriously does. And listen, they've got some talented girls on there. And I'm just being honest here. Monday Night Raw's women's division, you know, it's not as bad on paper. Like, there are like a few women that are actually quite talented on that division, like Dana Brooke, Mandy Rose, Mia Yim, Charlotte, Asuka. And yes, there are some bad ones. Like, I mean, Shayna's okay, but Nia sucks. Lacey bloody sucks. Lana is awful. Mickie James, we rarely ever see her. And Nikki Cross, you know, she's meh. She's meh. I don't really like Nikki Cross all that much. But I will say this though. This Raw Women's division needs some serious help. And I know I hear a lot of people, they say, oh, well, Becky Lynch, she's the answer. She's the answer to help Monday Night Raw. I mean, I do incline to agree, but I would not be surprised if Becky Lynch ends up on SmackDown. I would not be surprised if she ends up on SmackDown, mainly because of Seth Rollins. Now, this is something I kind of have a bit of a gripe with. The thing that I have a gripe with is the fact that WWE likes to keep people together with their partners, but yet Naomi is on Raw and she's not with Jimmy Uso. You mean to tell me they're going to bring Jimmy Uso back and they're going to move him to Monday Night Raw? There is no way that Jimmy Uso is coming back and they're going to put him on Monday Night Raw just to be with Naomi. Do you really think that WWE is going to be foolish enough to split up the Usos? One of their best tag teams on the roster, and you think they're going to split up the Usos? To be fair, I would rather WWE not worry about partnerships and relationships. The real life relationships should be left alone. I would rather WWE just create a roster, and whether they are married with that said woman or not, they should really move people. Because honestly, I'm sick and tired of WWE just putting people on brands, just to keep them with their partner, like Charlotte Flair and Andrade. Like, they're both on Raw mainly because they're a couple. We gotta keep them together. Aleister Black, he was the same thing for Zelina Vega. They drafted Black to SmackDown, and then they moved to Zelina. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Mostly Montez Ford. He's on SmackDown mostly because of Bianca. So you can't deny that these people are only on certain brands just because of their partnerships. Like, I'd like to see a draft where Dominic is on a show without Ray. Dominic and Ray, they're the same thing. You know, they'll always be together. Do I agree Becky Lynch is needed on Monday Night Raw? Absolutely. But I'm just saying I would not be surprised if they move her to SmackDown solely because of Seth Rollins. If there was one change that I would make, and that is put Bayley on Raw. I'd put Bayley on Monday Night Raw. I feel like they should really do some kind of little mini superstar shakeup, like after WrestleMania. You could move Bayley to Monday Night Raw. I feel like Bayley would be a great hand. And I know as much as people want to see Sasha and Bayley get back together, I would rather them just stay singles. I would rather them just remain single, and just, you know, do well on their own. You know, they did their whole spiel as a tag team. That ran its course. They did their whole spiel as a tag team, and that's just that. There's nothing else you could do with them as a tag team. Another few people I would change is Nia Jax. I'd move her to SmackDown because she's been on Raw since 2016. Same thing with Carmella. I'd move her to Raw because she's been on SmackDown since 2016. And yes, and that's probably never gonna happen because Corey Graves is on SmackDown. But I'm just speaking truth here. And Jesus Christ, like, this freaking women's division just needs something. Is Becky Lynch really the only answer? They've got Charlotte Flair. They've got Naomi. As much as I don't want to credit her, Alexa Bliss. You got three talented names. Well, minus Alexa, because she's not really talented unless she's the goddess. But you got some names that can actually wrestle. Even Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose, even they are great performers. You got some great performers. Even Peyton Royce! Peyton Royce! Someone who Bayley has been clamoring for WWE to push. But yet you do nothing with the talented ones. You do nothing with the talented people. But yet people want it. But yet WWE throws Lana on our televisions. They throw Nia Jax on our televisions. They want to give us Lacey Evans. Yeah, screw Dana and Mandy and Peyton, the talented ones. Let's throw the trash. Let's throw the trash on the screen. Forget about the good talent. Let's throw the trash out instead. Give me a break. Charlotte Flair basically carrying this whole division on her back, along with Naomi at this point. And poor Charlotte Flair. Poor Charlotte Flair. People have been wanting this woman out of the title picture for years. And I'm dead serious about this. I don't care if I rage make anybody mad. But here's the sad truth. You people wanted this woman out of the title picture for years. Years. Begging WWE to have this woman out of the title picture for once. And they've got her feuding with Lacey freaking Evans! Lacey Evans! Yeah, let's take Charlotte out of the title picture just to put her in a feud with Lacey Evans! Yeah, I'm sure you're all happy that Charlotte Flair is out of the title picture. Give me a break. I would rather Charlotte be in the title picture than being in a feud with Lacey freaking Evans. This woman has been on the roster for 6 years. 6 years. Lacey's been on the roster. 6 years. Lacey has been on the roster. Name me one good Lacey Evans match. The answer is none. Because she never does. Sasha Banks and Bayley had to feud with this woman since November of 2019 after Survivor Series. went on for months and months and months. Until Money in the Bank, where Lacey Evans finally defeated Sasha Banks. Sasha and Bayley could not get Lacey Evans over. Becky Lynch came off her historical night, capturing 2 belts. Becky 2 belts. And who was the first person that Vince McMahon threw in Becky's face? Lacey Evans. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. Yeah, let's have Lacey Evans feud with Becky Lynch for 3 months. And have Becky fail to get Lacey Evans over. And that's not on them. And before you people say, oh, that just proves that Becky, Sasha, and Bayley are not as good as people say they are. Actually, they are good. As much as people don't want to admit it, the 4 horsewomen, and I'm even including Charlotte, because 4 horsewomen, all 4 of them have been carrying this division on their back. All 4 of them. All 4 of them carry the women's division on their back. And it's not Sasha and Bayley and Becky and Charlotte's fault that they can't get Lacey Evans over. Lacey Evans just sucks! She's just a terrible wrestler. She is god-awful in the ring. There is nothing good about Lacey Evans. Nothing. I don't even understand how Lacey Evans even has a fan base. This woman is terrible. She can't wrestle to save her goddamn life. But yes, Charlotte Flair needs to be out of the title picture. Yes, she desperately needs to be out of the title picture so badly, but yet she's being put in a feud with Lacey freaking Evans. Yeah, I'm sure you're all happy. I sure as hell am not happy at all. You guys know me, I'm one of the biggest Charlotte fans that you would probably know. The fact that they have Charlotte Flair as their last-ditch effort. Like, look at how many people they've tried to get Lacey Evans over. They even tried to get Naomi to get Lacey over. They tried Natalya. Not just Sasha, Bayley, and Becky. They've tried so many people. They're now, their last-ditch effort is basically Charlotte now. To me, I see it as Charlotte Flair as the last-ditch effort to get Lacey Evans over. And Charlotte isn't gonna do that, especially after the matches especially after the match they just had. Come on, give me a break. You say Charlotte Flair doesn't need titles. You say you want Charlotte Flair out of the title picture, but yet you're okay with her feuding with someone like Lacey Evans? If I wanted Charlotte Flair out of the title picture, I would rather her feud with people that can actually freaking wrestle in the ring. Someone like Naomi. Someone like Dana Brooke. Someone like Mandy Rose. I want her to be in the ring with people that she can actually have good matches with. Charlotte and Lacey have no chemistry whatsoever. Absolutely zero. Absolutely zero. I would rather Charlotte Flair feud with Peyton Royce, because Peyton Royce is a fantastic performer. If you want Charlotte out of the title picture, that's fine. But are you guys satisfied with her feuding with Lacey Evans? I sure as hell am not. I would rather her feud with someone who actually has talent. Where the frig is Rhea Ripley? Weren't people saying she was going to get called up? Just freaking give me Charlotte and Rhea Ripley already. Seriously. I am so over this garbage, man. This show sucks, man. Yeah, this show is just a disgrace. I don't really know what else I can say. But anyway, also, if there's one more thing I want to quickly mention here real quick, I saw a report about that Kelly, you know, one of my personal favorites from the past, there was a report saying that she might be ready. She's ready to make a comeback in WWE in 2021. Now that I would love. That I would love. If it's just a one-off match, I'd take it. If it's back full time, I'd definitely love that. She's 34. She's still very young. I feel like she still has a lot left to offer in WWE. And apparently her dream opponent is Charlotte. There you go. I would rather see Charlotte wrestle Kelly than seeing Charlotte wrestle Lacey Evans. Jesus Christ. But anyway, let's get on with the review now. I'm done ranting. You guys get my point. You guys got my point after the first 15 minutes. Shane returned to Raw for a blockbuster Elimination Chamber match. And apparently Drew McIntyre is going to defend his title against former WWE champions. Former WWE champions like Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Sheamus, and The Miz. Why The Miz? Why The Miz? He's already got the freaking briefcase. He's already got the goddamn briefcase. What does he need that for? Why are you going to put him in the chamber? You're going to put The Miz inside the Elimination Chamber despite him already having the frickin' Money in the Bank briefcase. Oh my god. Whatever. AJ Styles, he defeated Jeff Hardy. I didn't see this match, and I'm actually pretty glad I didn't, because it probably would not have been as good. I got home right about as this match ended, and wait a minute. You know what's the most entertaining thing about me reading the New Day defeated Retribution's T-Bar and Slapjack on WWE.com right now? Is that it says right underneath here, joining SmackDown commentary as his Retribution's minions, T-Bar and Slapjack, took on the New Day. A very angry Mustafa Ali shouted off on his... You get the point. They put SmackDown instead of Raw. There you go. There's your comedy. They put the word SmackDown commentary instead of Raw commentary. The New Day defeated T-Bar and Slapjack. Ali was screaming at him. I mean, I don't think we should really be taking Retribution seriously, considering that all these guys do is lose. They were winning, and now they're losing. Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans, they had their segment. God help Charlotte's soul. God help Charlotte get her away from Lacey Evans. They had a back and forth. Charlotte called Lacey Evans Charlotte Flair 2.0. No. If there is any Charlotte Flair 2.0, that her name is Ginny from NXT UK. If there's any Charlotte 2.0, that's who it is. But Charlotte and Lacey would have a match, and apparently if Lacey won, she would get a title match against Asuka. And Lacey Evans won by disqualification, and they gave her her title match. I swear to God, if Asuka's title run ends at the hands of Lacey Evans, I swear, my head is already hurting after this. My head is already hurting just by thinking about that. Edge, he came out. He said he's not going to make his decision until after Elimination Chamber. Sure. Whatever, Edge. Bianca was there too. Bianca was on Raw as well. She didn't really say much. They were continuing to tease who she's going to pick. She's gonna pick Sasha. She's gonna pick Sasha. She's like, there is no way she's not going to pick Sasha. I mean, I would laugh if she didn't. Everybody wants to see Sasha versus Bianca. But I would laugh my ass off if everybody got the exact opposite and everybody was mad and angry that WWE had Bianca versus Asuka instead of Sasha. Damien Priest took on Angel Garza. For some reason, Angel Garza's with The Miz and The Miz now. Okay. And for some reason, Bad Bunny is still around. I don't know why this guy is still around, but he is. But Damien Priest, he would beat Angel Garza with the Reckoning. Oh yeah, I remember hearing a certain guy from New York. You guys know who I'm talking about. I heard him once say, once Damien Priest makes it to the main roster, he's going to lose everything that made him special. His entrance was the one thing he went on about. Damien Priest comes to the ring, and yes, I have seen Damien Priest's entrance before in NXT, and Damien Priest's entrance is still the same. He still does the same thing that he always does in his entrance. So, I guess he isn't losing what makes him special. But Damien Priest, he beats Garza. Oh, look at this! They made the same mistake again. SmackDown commentary. They made that mistake again on here. Keith Lee versus Riddle. Keith Lee won. Great to see Keith Lee back. Keith Lee beat Matt Riddle with the Spirit Bomb. It's like I was watching Goku versus Vegeta on Dragon Ball Z. The Final Flash and the Spirit Bomb. But Bobby Lashley would beat the hell out of Keith Lee. And in my opinion, Keith Lee needs to be the guy to end Bobby Lashley's run. It is time to end Bobby Lashley's reign as the United States Champion. Bobby Lashley has been a boring champion. I'm not a fan of the Hurt Business. I'm not a fan of it at all. It is boring. I don't care about it. And that's really all I gotta say there. Keith Lee needs to be the guy that wins this match at the Elimination Chamber. They added Matt Riddle too. I mean, Jesus Christ, freaking Keith Lee beat the guy, and yet he still gets granted a title shot. Winning and losing means nothing anymore. Nia Jax versus Lana in a table match. There were actually some good spots in this match. I'll actually give this match a little bit of credit. Just a little. This much. Lana had a sick bump. Nia threw Lana into the bottom part of the top rope. That was a nasty spot. I'll give Lana some credit there for taking that bump. Wonder if Alexa Bliss would have taken that. Or Lacey Evans. Or anybody else in general. I'm pretty sure the ballsiest wrestlers would. But I didn't think Lana had the balls to take something like that. And then another big spot happened where Nia went to crush Lana with the leg drop. And Lana landed right on her bum. She landed right on her bum. And you know what? That's exactly what Nia Jax is. She is a bum. So she landed on the body part that basically we call her a bum. She landed right on her butt and she screamed out, "My hole." And that right there became a meme. Nia Jax screaming, "My hole," became a meme. Nia Jax has single-handedly made herself popular by screaming, "My hole." Now all we need is WWE to make some merchandise with Nia Jax screaming, "My hole," and then you got your then you pretty much got your top babyface right there, and Nia basically screaming, "My hole." All you got now, Nia's gimmick should be people kicking her in her hole. Now everybody needs to kick her in her hole. Seriously. Lana threw Nia into the table, and Lana wins. And then we get Naomi versus Shayna Baszler next, because Shayna tries to attack Lana after the match. And I thought this was going to be a win-win for Shayna. I didn't think for 1 second Naomi was going to win this match. I was like, okay, Lana beat Nia, so clearly Shayna is going to beat Naomi here. And boy, I'm glad, and boy, oh boy, I feel great to be wrong. Naomi pins Shayna Baszler due to Shayna Baszler turning her attention to Lana and throwing her into the barricade or throwing her against the apron. I don't know what she did. I can't remember. But she did something. She did something. And it led to Naomi getting a roll-up on Shayna Baszler and pinning her. And Naomi won. Great. That is great news. That is absolutely great news. It is great to see Naomi become the star of Monday Night Raw. It feels great to see Naomi actually be a star for a change. And actually look strong. And actually beat her opponents clean. It's great to see Naomi actually look like a star. Keep that up, WWE. Keep that up. Keep that up and put the tag team titles on Naomi. I know it's stupid to have Lana hold the title, but you know what? I can get behind this team. I can get behind the Naomi-Lana tag team. Because you want to know why? At least it's better than her being put in the Hurt Business. And then the main event was Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. I'm not really going to talk about it, because it ends in a no contest. Sheamus bro kicking Randy and Drew Claymore kicking Drew McIntyre Claymore kicking Sheamus at the end. That's really all I gotta say there. No Alexa Bliss, quite surprised by that, but apparently she's having some issues, and I hope she gets that cleared up soon. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me for this review, guys. You guys know how I feel about Monday Night Raw. It always sucks. Even when people I like Keith Lee and Damien Priest and Naomi and Charlotte, are on there doing the best they can to make the shows good, it just doesn't work that way. See you guys next time. Hit the thumbs up. Talk to you guys next time.